Welcome to part two of how to create a course on anything, any topic in less than 5 minutes. That's right. Today is part two. We did part one. You can check the link in our descriptions for part one. It's kind of halfway down, and you can watch that if you'd like to. And my name is Chris Chesar. Almost forgot who I was. And I am with Cindy Branson, of course. And happy Valentine's Day, Cindy Branson.
Hey, Leah, look at that. I'm wearing red. Isn't that
And
convenient?
I am not. And I got my card.
Oh, very nice.
And I got
Ooh, you got
$40.
some monies. Wow.
$40 from my mom and dad. Isn't that nice?
That's very nice. I've never gotten a Valentine's Day present from my parents.
Yep. Always do.
That's very
Um,
nice.
yeah, it's cool. It's always been like some sort of tradition. Anyway, excited to be here. We have a lot to go over today. I'm going to go over some notes first. So the first things first is to create a course. You can use ChatGPT. If you're not creating courses, even just for lead magnets, ebooks. And that's what I kind of want to go over before I get into putting this on a website and how to deliver this course that we created. And on Monday, which was part one, we created a very simple thing using a software that you guys can go to right here. And it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen, learningstudio.megaproskills.com. That'll take you to the course maker. It's just a GPT, and that's what it is. And it's designed for that specific use. And you can go where it just automatically does everything. Hey, create a course on this, and it'll put something together. Or you can get really defined things, and it takes a little bit longer, but it asks you questions about what you want to do, and you can go through that whole process if you want to there. But check that out, learningstudio.megaproskills.com. You get 3 free ones. So it's a great way to go in there, test it out, try it out, kind of get a feel for it. And then if you don't want to continue, you don't have to put a credit card in or anything, but if you want to continue, you love it, you like it, grab it. And if not, learn from it, where you can kind of, how do you say it? Integrate the thinking in your ChatGPT prompts to help you with that. Any thoughts or comments on that, Cindy Branson?
Yeah, it's a great tip right there, Chris. I mean, even if you're not, you may not pay for it, utilize it so you can get a few gems of training out of it to improve your own process.
Absolutely. So one of the things that you may ask is, what can you call a course? Looks like a PDF to me. Well, it is a PDF, but anything can be considered a course. You could call something an ebook. You can call something a study. You can label anything you want to label it. Maybe you're sugarcoating it a little bit by calling it a course. If you're calling it a course, you could charge for it too. It's a little easier, but you could charge for an ebook too. And anything like this, depending on the size of it. I mean, we did a sample thing we tried to make super simple on how to make how to make homemade butter or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically it's a recipe. So, I mean, but you get the idea. I can still call it a course. You can make anything you want to make out of it. Now, I'll show you my notes in a moment here, but anything I think with
I mean,
value
here's
with
something, Chris. Like
sure.
you think this is so simple here, but the idea is how to organize your learning. So this could become a part of a whole e-learning course that may be about making homemade basics in the kitchen. And you go over the chicken stock, you go over biscuits, you go
Yeah.
over all those basic staples that we have mixes for now that grandmoms used to make by scratch. And you know, cottage cheese, yogurt, all those things. So that could, you could create a whole course. You may think this is simple, but this is just like one step of something that could be bigger in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So, the idea is in any type of marketing, you're looking to either make sales. Obviously, that's kind of what you want to do in the long run. And you want to collect to do that. You're going to need to collect emails. You're going to need maybe collect phone numbers if you want to go that route. You want to collect people's contact information so you can continue to be in touch with them, your prospects, and lead them, give them value, and earn that know, like, and trust. Those three words are the biggest things in marketing that you'll, tattoo them on your chest there. Know, like, and trust. You got to do that to make sales. And you'll make a lot more sales when people know you, like you, and trust you. So something like this for me, this particular thing that we created, how to make homemade butter, would be something that I would give away for free for a lead magnet to get them on an email list. And that's how we're going to present this one today. So let me see if I can share my screen, but just this particular thing here. And I'll grab this and let me see if I can do this here. Am I sharing my notepad?
You are. Do you want me to put it on the screen?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Can you pop that up?
Okay. All right. You're all set then.
Awesome. So what it is that too big?
No, I can read it. I think you're fine there.
All right. So let's go up here. So the course options here, this is where I'm at right here. So I talked about we could charge, 99 cents if we wanted to, technically. But $199 to $499 would be a good price for this. But for me, I want to do just a lead magnet. I want to give it away for free. That's how I want to deliver this particular one. That's my goal here. Now I could deliver this just as a PDF, which is what we're going to do today. And we'll do every Wednesday, we're going to be doing Builderall training. And I'll go over that in a moment, what we're doing here. But I'm going to deliver this as a PDF, or we could call this an ebook. That's, the new PDF. Ebook is the new PDF, right? Or ebook. Yeah, something like that. We could
They
also
essentially are interchangeable, Chris. Yeah.
exactly. Number two, we could create a step-by-step slides with a rotation banner inside the Builderall website builder. We could do it that way. But since this is more of a recipe type of thing, I think the best thing is just to deliver the PDF if somebody wanted to print it off or look at it on their phone or, look at it on their, what do you call those? Tablets, iPads, whatever. And then, of course, you could always go to the Builderall e-learning builder, but this would not be good for that unless I was breaking it down in step-by-step videos. Then I might want to go in that direction. So you do have a couple options here to deliver. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Chris, no worries at all. I think you said what I was going to say, so I'm not going to repeat you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so now I lost my train of thought as well. So that's kind of what we're going to do. We're not going to charge anything for this. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. We can stop that scrolling there. I got it right. I have it open.
Yeah.
You got it? There you go.
Yep.
So what we can do, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're going to be doing training and on a lot of different stuff. So we're thinking Mondays, every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're probably going to do something AI related. And then Wednesday, we'll do Builderall training. And Builderall is the all-in-one digital marketing platform that we use for all of our sales funnels, our websites, for our clients. We build websites and sales funnels for them as well. We use the email autoresponder in there, e-learning courses, membership sites. They have it all. It's there. And our team, meaning Cindy Branson or myself, you can click on the link, join.cindybranson.com or join.chrischesar.com. Join our Builderall team. You get live training. You get live group training twice a week. You will also get one-on-one training with us if you want it. And we're there for you. And our goal is when you join Builderall and use the tools in Builderall, we'll help you learn those tools and we'll get your project, whatever you want done, whether it's a website, sales funnels, e-learning course. We're going to help you do our best to guide you in the right direction to get it up and running as fast as you can. So that's our job. That's what we do. We're really good at it too. Right, Cindy Branson?
Yes, Chris, I believe we just had a little bit of a glitch. So my apologies for that if our screen just went to the wave logos. I think we're back now.
No, I didn't see anything happen, but on my
Oh,
end.
you didn't? All right,
No.
good, good, good. So it's just the back side here that I start clicking buttons, but didn't affect the screen. Perfect.
No worries at all.
Moving forward.
So that's what we do, guys, is we help you get going. So let's do, today is Wednesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2024. And let's jump into this and deliver this PDF. All right. Or ebook, we're calling it a course. Course. All right. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing this one. So let me get rid of this one here. Remove share. Whoops. I guess I got to open Builderall. And Cindy's supposed to fill dead time while I'm searching.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, one of the things that you got to remember too, I mean, what we always go through back to, if you're a beginner in the affiliate marketing realm, then the number one thing you're going to realize very quickly is that you need to build an email list. And when Chris says that you're going to use this as a lead magnet and to give it away for free, that is the exchange, is to get them onto an email list. And, you know, with our little example of how to make butter, that could basically go into anything that's health and food, diet, weight loss related, possibly, because you know they're into cooking. So it's always a good thing to start with something small like this. Sorry, Chris, you ready for me to share?
Yep.
Okay, there you go. Start with something small like this, and then you know, tuck it away and build another one and another one. But always remembering that when you're building this email list, and the whole purpose of this is to collect that email, is you're niching down. You know, if you maybe you do your first couple in one niche instead of like wealth and health, make two in health, to keep that one list growing a little bit more rapidly in the beginning, because that's going to make you feel like you're successful.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do now is, the first thing I like to do is we're going to create a new website. We're going to do a double opt-in form. So what we need is to go to, we need two tools here. We're going to need the Builderall website builder, and we're going to need Mailing Boss, which is the email autoresponder. So I always like to start my list or create my list first before I start creating websites. That's the easiest thing to do. I can click on the tool or hover over the tools, go to Mailing Boss, and there's a little arrow here, or I could right click this too, and I can open link in new tab. And that way I have two tabs open. Let's do that. So Mailing Boss is opening here. I don't know what side we're on, but we're going to probably have to be on the right-hand side of the screen.
Okay. I am monitoring right now. We're good right now.
So what I like to do is hover over subscribers. You can go to quick action. I guess we should try that. Quick action, create a subscriber list. Let's try it. I've never done this before. The quick action, I mean. Yeah, looks good to me. It's coming up. All right, so what I like to always do is name my list, my email list, my opt-in form, the same as the website. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to find later down the road. So we're going to call this, I'm just going to call it homemade butter, right? Homemade butter. And what I can do is just copy that, put that in the description for now. And right here, can I blow this up? We're sharing, right?
We are sharing your screen.
Okay.
And I think this is one of those things where the background's going to blow up, but the box might not if you try it. Oh, no, the box is getting a little bigger.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not blowing up with my controls. But anyway, so I named it Homemade Butter. And now I've got to remember that I got to name my website that same thing. And right here, I'm going to do a double opt-in as opposed to a single. And I'm going to just have an opt-out, just be a single. If you don't want to be on my list, see you later. We don't have to worry about this. We're going to hit save. And of course, we want to check what company. We can have multiple companies inside our Builderall accounts, depending on what plan you have. But for now, I want to have my from email. It always defaults to this mailing boss with a bunch of numbers. You'd never want that one. It's going to go right into spam. I already have one of my professional emails, which is all a part of your Builderall account. You can have unlimited of these business or professional emails. I like to copy this, put it into my reply to. Good to go. My from name, call myself Chris Butters. But what we want to do is update in the top right-hand corner. Are we blocking that?
No, you're good.
Update. And that's one of the things that you need to do right away once you do that, what I just did. It's going to say update emails. It's just a default. Always say yes. Just do it. Don't ask questions, right? Now I updated it. It's good. I can go into this grayed out area. It says forms. Hopefully you can see that. And that's what kind of information are we collecting? Do we want to collect the first name? We have to collect an email, or do we want to collect the phone number? We're going to do emails. And what I do is I like dragging the email on the bottom, and we'll do a first name and email. Shouldn't be a problem. So on the first name, I like to have that on top of my list. I don't like where it just says name. I want to go down here to label right here, and I'm going to relabel this as enter your first name, just like that. That's what I like doing. If I do anything longer, it's not going to look great on mobile, so we'll do it that way. Looks great. Now I click on my email area right here. I might have a little delay, and it says e-mail. Don't like that. I need to tell people exactly what to do. Enter your best, and I capitalize best, all the letters, email. Done. Good. All right, so that's looking good. Let's hit update. So what I like to do the first time through here is just hit the update button to make sure there's no issues. Now, we are going to have to come back to this because this is a double opt-in, and we're going to have to go into pages and emails, but we'll do that a little bit later. So we already updated this. So for now, we could probably just close this for now, and we'll come back to Mailing Boss in a little bit. All right. So we have our list created. Everything's good. Now let's create our website. I hit create website, the top right-hand corner. It's going to ask me to choose the template for your website. Builderall has hundreds and hundreds of websites, templates, and they're getting back to putting in some new ones in here. But to be honest with you, I'm so used to building my own. To me, it's quicker. I'm going to build one with a blank template, the first one. I'm going to hit select. Great choice, Chris. Thank you, Builderall.
You always make a great choice, Chris.
Yeah, they tell me that every time I click on something.
You're special.
Yeah. You'll always get this here. First time through, I highly recommend walking through this tour. And maybe someday they'll allow us to not show that. Okay, I'm jumping a little too quick. So when you pick out the blank template, it gives you this panel with some ipsum lorem text in here. I don't know if that's Latin or whatever that is. And inside a box. I just get rid of everything. I don't even want to deal with it. Goodbye. You just get rid of that box. Anything in the box will disappear as well. The other thing I like to do, you see here, I'm grabbing this little thing. I want room on the bottom. So what I like to do is hit my sidebar here. I go to add panels, and I add a blank panel. And I'll delete that later, but it just gives me some leg room to move around. And then I can use my mouse and scroll around. It just gives me room. Now, one of the things that we're going to have to do is we need to come up with a great headline or title, and maybe put an image in here, and just maybe put a box and some text and our opt-in form. Pretty simple. I highly recommend that you do it in advance. Cindy's breathing a sigh of relief. It's like he's going over everything step by step,
There you are.
but this is how we all learn. So all I got to do,
So,
maybe I'll.
I mean, I just need to throw the disclaimer in because, we're saying that you can do this in less than 5 minutes and that building the lead magnet like we did absolutely can be done in less than 5 minutes, even though it's taking us 2 parts.
No, no, no. No. You can create the course with AI in less than 5 minutes. You
Yeah,
take
that's what I
out a
said.
yeah, yeah.
The
Building
first
the
part, creating the
hold on. Building a site's going to take you at least 30 minutes.
I know, that's what I
Yeah.
said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
The
said that would take
disclaimer
5 minutes.
is the title of this video, how to create a course on anything in less than 5 minutes with AI. That
All
is
right.
the first part that we
Can we
talked
move
about.
along?
Yeah, I'm just
All right.
sorry.
Not
So
sure what
sorry.
all these disclaimers are. We don't need them. All right. So we got
Just
let's go to add element. Let's add an image. And image. I never use this one. This one's like a 3D. Oh, really wish they would label that one because a lot of people use it. And it's like, I think it's the worst thing you could have on your site. Let's drop an image in, right click. Now, I'm not going to go through all training like this, but I mean, I'm just change the image. And we'll give you a little tip there on the alt text. Select file, and I'll bring something in from here it is. Boom. I've uploaded to my folder for pictures. Just this little blob of butter. This was a very difficult picture to find something that was fun. Butter's not easily photographed. It's kind of like a blob.
well,
You
there
know,
are whole festivals related to dedicated to butter. If you didn't
yeah.
know, out in the Midwest, there's many of them.
So, well, Canva just didn't have anything that was super appealing. All right, so we got our picture. So now I want to put your traditional box in here with some text and then my opt-in form. So I'm going to put a container. So I'm going to add elements. I have to hit return to get back to my menu and go to box. And I always pick the second one down. It's got a little border. And the reason I do that, a lot of my sites are either a white background or a black background. And this way I won't lose it. And I can always take the border off later. And you'll see once I click off it. So it has got this little thin purple border. Maybe we'll leave it. I don't really know. But for now, I like to leave it there because if I made that invisible, I may not find it. So we're going to go back to add. We're going to go to elements. We'll have to hit return to get back to our element menu, hit text. And we just need to drop in some text here. We'll just put this size for now and see how it goes. And we do have some text to copy and paste right in here. And I really didn't read this part too much, but let's see what it looks like. And double click that to engage it. Boom. It might be a little too long, but let's see what Cindy says once I kind of fix it up a little bit. The spacing is a little off. So let's go up to this big A up here. And we'll go to, we used the H5 size. And I'm just going to go to line spacing on H5 and drop it up or punch it up to 1.2. That should spread it out nicely. Go to my A again, make that disappear. I don't know. This is not a bad description. Maybe we should bold it. Let's see what Cindy says in a minute. I mean, it is a little bit long.
I make the paragraph size more narrow. Makes it easier to read that way a little bit when the paragraph's not so wide.
Step by step, how to make your own creamy and flavorful homemade butter. You know what? Maybe these should be. Maybe these should be something like this. Choosing the right ingredients. We'll kind of make like a bullet point thing. No?
Yeah, I'm good with that. That's fine.
You know what? I'm just going to leave it as a paragraph. No, I appreciate what you're saying, but it's going to take me too long to make that. I think this is fine for now. I know it. I see what you're saying. You want it small like that, right?
I, that's fine, Chris. I know you gotta put your button and all that in under it, right?
Yeah, we're going to put the opt-in form. I'm getting such a delay here on what I'm doing. So now we need to add our email, how we're going to collect our opt-in form here. So we need to add elements, return, and we're looking for email marketing form. Whatever you want to put in, it doesn't really matter. I'll just drop this one in because you can change the colors and all that kind of stuff. And then what happens is as soon as you put that in, it's going to want you. See, that's why we built the email list first. So we need to look for default, but it should be in here. It'll be alphabetical after the default form. So we're in the B's, and we're going to look for butter. I don't see it.
That's pretty hard for me to help you read. Sorry, Chris. I can't see it either.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
see it.
hard.
So what I'm going to do is hit the refresh button. And looks like it's waiting for me to refresh. Still highlighted blue. I don't know if it's working or... No, I'm not
Homemade
seeing it.
butter, right?
There it is, homemade butter. I was looking for
Yeah.
B. Homemade butter. There we go. It was there the whole time. All right. Homemade butter. Hit save. My goodness. Drop that
Should have
here.
reminded you of that.
What's that?
I should have reminded you that. I was looking for homemade, but it was hard because the contrast and how small it is on my screen. I'm like, this like everybody probably see me squinting. So
Yep. It is you have, when you use Builderall for a couple of years, you're going to have a lot of lists. So here we don't want register now. All we want to do is go to the headline of this, down here of this form, and we'll change the button to this, put a little space, and then show icon list. I usually type in click in the search bar and then hit search here. And you guys have seen this before if you've watched my training, is I click this one here, hit select, and sometimes it punches it on the wrong side and you just have to, it's defaulted to align left. You just got to hit the right box. And that's why I put that space in between right after my last letter to just give it a little bit of breathing room. And then what I can do is maybe go to my font size. I could change my font family, but I think Arial's fine. And just kind of punch it up a little bit. And unfortunately, I'm having a delay right now. Hopefully, I'm not frozen.
you're not frozen, Chris.
There it goes. So
Not at all.
just
There you go. Yeah.
super delay. click them and it's not doing anything, but I can see that that top arrow is highlighted. That looks good to me. If I want to round corners and do all that kind of stuff, maybe since everything is centered here, maybe we want to center our text.
No.
And I think you can do that in field style. A lot of people don't know this on the Mailing Boss forum. It's defaulted to the left. You can click here, and your prompts for them to do will be centered at that point. Did you know that, Cindy Branson?
I did know that, but I like it the other way, just because it's so natural to read that way. But with the
Gotcha.
box, it'll
Yeah, I
grow on
mean,
me. Don't worry, it's fine.
yeah,
I
either
like
way
that
you want to
you're
do it.
showing it.
All right, so we're pretty good there. If we want to put something, 100% spam free, or your information is private, that kind of stuff, we could do something like that. Elements, add elements, return, text, maybe drop one of these low ones, these smaller ones in here, the H6. And you can see how that box always jumps. It's just something that it does. We go in here and well, I'm just going to put 100% or say we do not spam, something like that. I mean, I would come up with something a little bit more clever than that, but for this purpose, I think we're in good shape. So right now we've created, now remember, everything inside this box, this container, moves with the box. That's why I love using boxes. Now we could go into this box, edit this box, hit the pencil, right click it, and just make
Chris, I must.
sure
Sorry, go ahead. I'll
and
let you
just
go.
make sure you're editing the box. It'll say it up here, and then I can go to background settings, and then maybe I could mess around with the color here. And we've done, if you're changing the color and nothing's happening, it's probably this slider down here, the opacity slider, is not up. So you could change this box any way you want, and you could maybe, if you make it a gray, then you're going to have to mess around with the colors of your form because the background is gray as well. But you're good to go here. Maybe we'll leave it this gray color, and what I'll do is I'll change the Mailing Boss form, and that would be, I got to be honest with you, general colors, I guess. That's of the button. Might be under field style. Yeah, it's under field style. And then we can come down here, background color of the field. We click on that, and you can see we could change that. So maybe we make that white, and we're good there. And I don't think we need to do anything else. But you can mess around. You can pretty much design anything you want here the way you want it. But now it stands out a little bit better if I'm going to make that box gray. The other thing I want to do with this box at this point, we don't want this thin purple outline around it. At least I don't. So I'm going to right click on this. And we're editing the box. I'm just going to go to border. And the only thing I have to do is drop the border size down to 0, and that'll turn it off. And that's good. Now, if we want to maybe
I need to interject because you said there's another major benefit to using boxes, not just for designing and being able to move things together, but when it comes to the mobile version, you're going to really want boxes there as well to help keep things much more organized on your mobile.
There you go.
Go ahead. Move on, Chris. I had to put that in there.
No, I appreciate it. So this picture's just looking bleh to me, but that's fine. I mean, maybe find a better picture. But what we could do here is maybe just put a little shadow behind it or something just to give it a little bit of life. So right click it or hit the pencil. We're editing the image, and I'm just going to go to shadow here. And Just offset it to the right, to the bottom. Man, it's so touchy.
Yeah, I do wish they had our arrows there so you could go one tick at a time,
Yeah, it would be nice.
like you do on the borders and stuff.
And you could leave it like that, but what I do is I use the blur and just kind of blur it a little bit. And maybe it's too black. Maybe I just need to change the color to a little less black. Maybe go like a subtle gray.
Yeah,
And let's
or
take a
move
look at
the opacity. Yeah.
that. And now you have, a decent type of thing. You got to figure out who's going to make butter. So you don't really need to make this fancy. Something like this you'd want pretty clean. And so it doesn't have to be, the more information you put on here, the less likely people are going to enter their information. The faster, the quicker you get them to enter their name and their email, that's your objective here. That's your only objective. It's huge. The only thing I'm wondering if we should make this a little bigger. I'm going to just test that right now. So I just click on this, and I can change it by using those H1s, H2s. I can just toggle this, and then this is H1 here. Oh, that's too big, right?
Yep.
We'll just go back to 2 and leave it alone. I mean, I could go in here and the big A, go to my H2, and just change my font size on the H2 just a couple ticks bigger. Could do it that way. A little cheat. There you go. Beautiful. All right. So we have this all done, and it's looking pretty good. And then, of course, we want to put our footer in here. So we could do that. So I could actually delete this here, this whole panel. Delete. And then we can just, I have a footer that I save. So I can go to personal, panels, click panels again. And then I can just have one of my, well, it's not a make money online disclaimer, but let's see here. We could find a footer down here. You can see I save a lot of personal stuff. And let's go to the bottom here. Let's just do this one and see what this is. Yeah, perfect. So I got my footer all hooked up, ready to go. And you're going to need that, like disclaimers for Facebook, Google, and all that kind of stuff if you're going to do any type of advertising. So super cool, key thing to do. We can hit save. Now, what I like to do before I publish it, I can just hit no, not now. It still saved it, but it just didn't publish it. And then I want to check the mobile version of this, get that connected, because we're going to duplicate this page in a minute. All right, so here's the mobile version. Looks like stinky. So what I can do here is click on the title, which should be on top. I can hit the up arrows here, or I can hit them on my keyboard. We got that. And this is supposed to go underneath this. There you go. So I hit that. And then this picture is way too big. So what I can do is right click on this picture, and I'm editing this image. I can scroll down and look for lateral spacing. If you're trying to make something smaller and you don't see lateral spacing, it may be under the advanced tab. But for this one, images, it's under lateral spacing. And then what I can do is this left and right slider. I can just kind of ease it up, and we're good to go. And that's it. So, I mean, I would do title, image, description of what they're getting, and then enter and be done with it. Now down here on this text here, I want more space. So what I can do between my footer and this, so I can right click on the we do not spam. You see there's no lateral spacing. Let's go to advanced. And the lateral spacing is underneath advanced. And what I can do is punch up the bottom and just give me more room on mobile. Does that make sense?
It does, Chris. Yeah, I'm not. I always thought it was the lateral spacing for pictures was on its own, but in text it's under advanced. I'm not
Yep.
sure if it's 100% accurate. Is it? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't see lateral spacing, it's usually under advanced. So some things have it, some things don't. Same thing with this picture. I'm going to right click it again. Here, they have lateral spacing for images. I just want to give it a little bit more breathing room on the bottom, just to punch it up a little bit. All right, great. This looks good to me. You have to go back to desktop, top left-hand corner there, and you're looking good. You're going to hit save, and now you can hit publish.
Yeah, a lot of people will, when they're first learning, try to save it in the mobile version. There is no save button. You have to go back to the desktop version to save it as a whole package.
That's correct. And also for Builderall users who haven't been around in a long time, or maybe left Builderall, or maybe don't use it as much, they have come up with an undo button that everybody wanted for years. There
Yeah.
is an undo button. So if you make a mistake, you hit the undo and it brings your last process back. Huge, huge thing that, they had to have it. All right, we're looking good. We already saved and published this. I'll do it again because I like saving things a million times. And just say we love this page. I think this text is too long, but that's not what the purpose of this whole thing, right?
Correct, Chris.
So let's
We
go
know you're a better
to
designer than this, but this is a nice basic training for how to set it up and using the different features of tools.
now. What happened is I exited out and I'm back to this template thing. I don't know what happened. This may not happen to you, but it happened to me. So I just let me try going to the Builderall builder. I just
Let me
click on
move
the
you over
icon.
now. There you go.
And then this should be my website. So I'm sure it is. So what I'm going to do is hit the three dots because it says My Cheetah website. So I'm going to hit the three dots. So I'm going to go to settings. And remember we called our list homemade butter?
I do remember that, Chris.
Homemade butter. Name it the same thing as your list. I'm telling you, it's going to make life a lot easier when you get stuff going. Doesn't matter here. We're all good. If you want to change your favicon, that's that little icon in the top tab. You can do that, which I always like doing. I hit choose, and you should have a favicon already made. I usually make them 50 by 50 pixels, 100 by 100 pixels will do, but something small, square, or round. I'm going to use just this one here. It's a little round icon. That looks good. And anything I've changed in here, we definitely want to save. And then since we published it, we always want to republish it. And then if anybody, see how this is blank? If somebody shared your link, it's just going to show some sort of Builderall logo. You need to put a picture in here. So if somebody shared your link, of homemadebutter.com, whatever your link is, you want to put an image in here. So what I like to do here is go to that first live page, and I can always change this down the road. Kind of shrink my screen down a little bit, and then I go to my snipping tool. That's not here. There it is. Might be different in an Apple product. And just kind of do almost like a YouTube video type of thumbnail size, rectangular size. File, save as, and of course it's defaulting to the wrong place. Go to my downloads, and I'll call it homemade butter, and I just call it poster. You can call it share poster, share picture. Doesn't really matter. All right, done. That's saved. And then what I can do is put that share image on here. I like to take care of these little things because I'm going to forget to do them later. So I can hit the 3 dots on this page, go to share image. I have to bring that into my Builderall account. Because I want to call it, what is it, depository? I call it, I joke around so much calling it a suppository that I'm afraid I'm always going to say suppository.
Repository,
Oh, it's called repository?
isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is. I'm confused too.
That's why I call it suppository, just because I don't know what it's called.
I just wish they call it your gallery.
Exactly. My
Much
gallery. Hey,
easier.
my gallery. So now you can see if I share this link, when I have it connected, it'll share an image with that, So, but you can get more creative with this as well. So it's huge for your SEO too. All right. So now we need to add 2 more pages. So since we already built this one, all we got to do is hit the 3 dots. We're going to hit duplicate. And you see it punched our homepage to page 2. So I'm going to hit sort up here, move this homepage up front, and then hit save sort. And now my copy is to the right. So let me see. Do I want to copy this again? Yeah, we'll just copy it again. So we're going to copy this again, hit the 3 dots, hit duplicate. And now it put it in the right place. So now we have 3 pages. So what we're going to do is they opt in. They're going to go to this page, and that's going to tell them, hey, go check your email. And then once they check their email and confirm their email address, because we picked the double opt-in, when they click that confirm, it'll drive them right to our delivery page to deliver our course, ebook, whatever you want to call it. So that's how we're going to do that today. So let's label these correctly. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots, go to settings, and we'll call this check your email, maybe. Did I click it? There it goes. And it's definitely not the home. Check your, or you can call confirm, right? Cindy, you like confirm.
Yeah, I would write usually confirm or confirmation.
Confirm. And that's just benefiting me right now. Good. And just, you could type in just confirm here. This could be anything. And we're all good there. Hit save. And so we got a confirm page. So we go page 1 to page 2, and then this will be our congratulations page. So let's hit, I like doing this, like I said, get everything in order. And then the easy part is just putting it all together. Done. All right, now we know what's happening. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it is actually quite easy, Chris.
Now, all we got to do is edit each page. Not a big deal. We already have the premise of what's going on, but guess what, guys? We're probably going to just grab a template. So in here, we may need this picture, but I'm not really worried about it because it's in my gallery, we'll call it. We don't need any of this. So let's see what kind of template they have for this. Let's go to add panels, and I think it's called confirm email page. They already have some templates. This is why I like using the blank templates going in, because they have template panels. So each one of these, this is a panel, and this is a panel. They already have a few in here. Let's check, see what they got. So, all right, let's see if anything floats our boats. Not a whole lot here. I'm just going to grab, doesn't matter, this one here. Now I clicked on it. It should bring it in. What it's going to do is put it on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I don't need a footer on my confirm page because that's not going anywhere. It's only going to the prospect. So I don't need a footer anymore. You can have one, but you don't need to have one. I'm going to just delete that. And now I basically, I just want to grab a couple elements. So all I want to do is take this, drag it up here, drag this up here. So I'm just kind of saving myself a little bit of time. And it's like, it doesn't really matter. We don't need a quote. Sometimes this is like a justifying thing, like, hey, Susie loved making butter from this course. So we have what we need here. We can just delete this template that we brought in, this template panel, and get rid of it. So you see what I did is I just stole some elements. All right. So now let me shrink my screen a little. Let's delete this. Delete this. And now we kind of have everything congruent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe up here, we'll just change this to check your email. I don't know if if I'm not clicking enough or there's a delay. I think it's both sometimes. So in here, it's just one more step to go. Please, please confirm your email that I just sent. Exclamation. Get rid of all this. Boom. Kind of spread that out a little bit. Please open your email, click on the confirmation link. And then maybe I add something like, please confirm your email. What's that?
If it's not in your inbox, please check your spam folder.
Yeah.
We usually write that instruction. Well, shout out to Andy Delgado, our friend in Texas. Thanks for joining us live tonight. And for Sharon, she's another Pennsylvanian. Thank you for chiming in and wanting to learn about Builderall and how to grow an email list and build a course in less than 5 minutes, which we promise you can do, even though this is an hour-long video. Now, anytime we do training, there's just so many little tips and tricks involved that it will always take longer to watch the training than it should take to actually do the steps. Once you've done them a few times, it gets easier and easier each and every time.
And then what I like doing, I mean, you could make this a lot better than what I'm doing right now, but I like to tell people, look for my email from Chris at Chesar.com. So I like to give him that, maybe bold that up a little bit, and kind of stick that in their face a little bit. All right, so let's kind of organize this a little bit, and we'll center these appropriately in a moment. Let's just get this box a little bit tighter. Good. And then we can center everything up. So I'm just clicking on each element, hitting the center element. And what you think is centered normally probably isn't. So this is centering anything inside the box. When you center it, it centers it inside the box. If it was outside the box, like if I click out here to this element and I hit center, it'll drop it right in the middle of the page. So we don't want that. All right. So that's it there. Looks good. Nothing else. The only thing we have to do is check mobile on this. So what I like before I go to mobile, because I made a lot of changes that I really don't feel like redoing, I hit save and I'll hit the red button. Not now. That just means not now, it's not publishing. Some people think, oh no, I don't want to save it right now. It's saving it. I'll go to my mobile icon. And it should be pretty well adjusted. But we'll just click on these elements and move things in the proper position, however we want to do it here. That looks good to me. Maybe give it a little bit more breathing room on the bottom. Right click, advanced on text, lateral spacing, and just kind of open up the bottom a little bit. Perfect. All right, looks good to me. I don't know. Please confirm your email that I just sent. Maybe this picture should be underneath here, right? Let's see.
Sure.
Nah, I don't like it. I'm going to bring it back up. It's good. Hit my desktop, hit save. That's it. Publish. And then we just have one more page to edit, which will be a lot faster because that's where we're just delivering our PDF. So I'm going to hit this here page, which page I want to go to next, and that's the congratulations page or my delivery page. Hit save and exit. And now we're going to our duplication of the home page. And we can just put congratulations here. Double click here to engage. It's still spinning. Highlight everything. Boom. And we'll put click the button below to get instant access to your homemade butter making course. Yahoo! We don't need this anymore. Click on this. We'll delete this. You can delete it with the garbage can, or I just hit delete on my keyboard. You don't need the spam text. Goodbye. And now we can shrink this up a little bit if we want to. And the reason I'm doing this, I mean, like I said, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it gets, hopefully I'm delivering the point. You definitely want to be a little bit better on your designs. We just need to put a button here. So I'm going to go to add elements and find buttons. And I usually pick, I don't know, for some reason I picked this blue one here. Doesn't matter which one, with kind of like a little bit soft corners. You can pick any button and you can change them any way you want. So I could turn a button into anything. And then here, I want to go to my headline on the button. And we're going to put all caps. Click here to download. And then I like to change that icon. And I like to change my text a little bit bigger font size. I want that right in their face. Make this even a little bit bigger. And then we can, not worried about the colors. I want to change the icon, show icon list. Go to search. I like to type in click. Oops, I guess I got my cap still on. You got to hit the search button. Sometimes you want to hit enter on your keyboard. It doesn't work. Hit select. And we're good to go. Maybe put a little shadow on this button. Right click it. Make sure you're still on editing the button. And we'll go to shadow. And sometimes you won't see it. For some reason, this is acting weird. Hit shadow again, and it comes up. And sometimes it defaults to white. Sometimes it's black. Sometimes it's white on the color. So if you have a light background, it's not going to show up. And we'll do the same type of shadow process. Give it a little bit of blur. And then on my buttons, what I like to do is change when they hover over what happens. So let's go to general colors on the button, general colors. And I have choices here. The color of my button, the color of when somebody hovers over it, and then the color of the text. So I really want nothing really to change much on the color of that, whatever blue it is. In fact, I want a different type of blue. I want to go a little darker. And then I can hit this little plus icon and save this color. Now it's saved right here, or I could just copy the hex number right here, either one. Go down to hover effect, which is already defaulted. Click on this and just hit this color that I saved. It's going to change that. And when somebody hovers over this, I just want the text to turn black. It's something that I always do. It's kind of defaulted to a purple. I want to just go all black. That's going to look pretty good. The only other thing I want to do is put an animation on this. So it's kind of does some stuff. So I'm going to do animation and different things you could do here. Time, when visible, click, hover. I'm going to do when visible on this particular thing because it's delivering what they've been wanting. And I'll put pulse and go here, pulse, and we're good to go. The only thing left to do is center things up inside my box. Center. A lot of times I don't even do this. I can eye it up pretty good. Well, maybe not that time. Done. All right. So you're downloading something. Let's work our way backwards. So we have to get them to download the ebook here, right? So we need to connect this. So we're going to click on this button. We're going to click on the set link, the paperclip, I call it. And you're going to have a lot of choices here when this pops up. But we're going to select download on the left-hand side. And then we need to select the file. So I already have this file. We did this in Canva. And I need to go and select it and bring this into my files. And here it is. How to make homemade butter. That's the one I want. Click here. Open. And it needs to be less than 10 megabytes. Now, once that's uploaded, I want to click that again. You got a blue highlight around it and hit save. Perfect. Done. Now, a lot of times people X out of here. You got to scroll down and hit select. Select is like save. Very important. That's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people make. We're good here. We just need to hit the red save, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Going to hit not now and just check our mobile, make sure everything's in order. Almost done. Very close. Oh, we don't need this footer either. Click the button below. Yeah, I think this is good, right?
Yeah, it looks good, Chris.
Give the button a little bit more breathing room. Look for lateral spacing on a button. I think it's under advanced. There it is, under advanced. Give that some nice breathing room. Good. All right, looks good. Hit the desktop. Now, what you could also do, Cindy Branson, is if you wanted to, if they don't want, you could always connect the PDF to the picture too. Some people might want to click on that, but I think our button is big enough and it's good to go. So we'll hit save and publish. Great. We can come out of here, and now what we need to do is connect these pages. All right, so let's do that. So we need to go into our opt-in form. So we need to edit our home page where the opt-in form is. And then we're going to connect everything. So we click on here, our Mailing Boss form. We're going to click on the paperclip. So when they enter their information and they click this button, where do we want them to go? We have 3 things going on here. Subscribe pending. Remember, it's a double opt-in, so they have to go check their email. We want them to go to the second page, right?
Mm-hmm. We do.
So we have a web address. You can put it there, but for now, we haven't connected a domain or a subdomain to this. We're just going to click page, and we're going to select our confirm. And this is a huge thing when you're naming your pages. It's important to name your pages. That's why I always do it now early, so it makes things easier later. It's select, which hopefully they'll change this to save. So they opt in, they go to that page. After they confirm, they get the email, they push a button to click the confirm. Where do you want them to go? We want them to go to the congratulations page to go get their course. Go to page, and that's our congratulations. Hit save, select. And what if they unsubscribe? Where do I want to send them? You can send them anywhere you want. Doesn't really matter, but you can get creative with that. But for now, we'll just leave that blank. Hit save. Now, once we do that, everything's connected. The only thing we have to do is go back to Mailing Boss and be a little bit more descript on the first email that they get. So we need to save and publish this now. Save, top right-hand corner. Yes, publish my website. And the last thing we need to do is go back to Mailing Boss. Done. I'm out of here. Leave. Go up to Tools. Hit that little arrow. Go back to our list, which I can go here. Subscribers. Lists. And we'll open up our homemade butter list. Homemade butter. I can hit the arrow here. And I could hit forms, pages, emails, whatever I want to do. Update. Let's do update. And once we're in here, we want to go to pages and emails. It defaults to pages. We're not worried about pages right now. We need to go to emails. And this is the one we're looking for. Subscribe, confirm, email. We need to fix this where it's a little bit nicer. Update. This is the first email our customers are going to get, or our prospects. Update. All right. There it goes. Subscribe. So the subject, you want to change the subject line to oops, I have everything capped. So we want to put, what do we want to put here? Confirm your email. We'll just put homemade butter course. Now you have a choice to automatically resend this email. So right now it's defaulted to only send this once, but you could send it a couple times. Send it again after 24 hours in case they just missed it. They got a phone call, whatever. Or you could send it 2 more times to make sure they confirmed. All right. I like doing that on a double opt-in. And then what I can do here is just kind of dress this up. I don't need a company name. I can take this out. You can take everything out except for this where it says click here. Do not remove that. There's a tag underneath here that is going to make all the magic happen. Don't touch that. So we want to put please. We don't want the list name. So we could take all of this out except for that click here. So please click here. Please, in order to confirm your email, so I can deliver your homemade butter course instantly. Ooh, that sounds fun. And then you could maybe add some more text to this. Thank you so much. Enjoy. I know you're going to love this. And just put warm regards. Can we say that with butter, or is that going to melt the butter? Thank you very much. Done. Chris Butters. All right, something like that. It's fine. I would probably put a little bit more, make this look a little bit more professional and nicer, but for this purpose, we're good to go. Top right-hand corner, we're going to hit update. And shrink this down. Whoops, a little too much. And we can hit close. So everything's good. I might hit update again just for fun. Top right-hand corner. And we'll close it out. All right, Cindy Branson, we're good to go. Back to our pages. Let's check it out. So I'm going to view this site, and let's see what happens.
Drum roll, please.
Here's our page here. I'm going to refresh it a few times to make sure all the changes take effect. So if you're in the United States, Canada, it usually takes 1 or 2 refreshes to make sure all the updates happened. And if you're in Europe, overseas anywhere, Asia could take 5 to 10 refreshes before the changes take place. So we're going to just put in my name here, and we'll put, this is fine, and get my free course. Ooh, I don't like the hover. I never fixed this here, but that's fine. Get my free course. Where's it going to send us? Please confirm your email that I just sent. Blah, blah, blah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great. So now we got to go to my email. And we should see something immediately. Here it is. Confirm your email, homemade butter. There's my email. And please click here. And this should take me to my download page. Congratulations. Click the button below. Let's go get the ebook. Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Nice.
There's our How to Make Homemade Butter course. It's actually pretty cool. I definitely want to try this. Next time I visit my folks, I'm going to do this. I do love my butter. Done. We did it. You can stop sharing.
Okay. Woohoo! Congratulations, Chris Chesar. You took action and you finished something.
What's that?
Said you took action and you finished it.
Absolutely.
You have something else now that's ready to go.
So you can see how easy that is. Yes, it took a little bit longer because we're talking and going through all the process of thinking and talking all at the same time and trying to demonstrate. But if I was just on my own, that would take me less than 30 minutes, probably 20 minutes to design something nice, get it done, and be done with it. That's how it works. And that's how easy it is. You want to call it an ebook, you want to call it a course, you want to call it whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. If you call it a PDF, snooze alert, boring. Ebook, even. I think ebooks, they're still big, but a little bit boring. Calling it a course because it truly is a step by step how to make butter. It's pretty cool that we made with this particular software. I kind of forget what the link is. It's the second link, learningstudio.megaproskills.com. Check it out if you want to go to the software that makes this course, PDF, ebook. It could be whatever you want it to be. Now, we could take that, make little videos. We could do all kinds of stuff. We don't even have to do, we could do so much with this. And there's so much. It's really time to embrace AI. There's money to be made not only in maybe selling this for $1.99 to $4.99, definitely worth it. And yeah, you could say, Cindy Branson could say, or you could say, whoever's watching this, that, oh, I could just look this up on YouTube. Sure, but a lot of people aren't you. A lot of people aren't me or Cindy. They don't know that. This is how they find stuff. This is what they're used to doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge market there. And now you have someone, you delivered great value, and they're on your email list to send them more value and eventually maybe sell them some sort of cookbook or some sort of other type of thing that you can pick up as an affiliate marketer or a freelance digital marketer, sell them some sort of program, or sell them some sort of bread making oven. I don't know. There's so much opportunity here by collecting emails and getting your prospects to trade off their email address. What do you think about that, Cindy Branson? And we'll wrap this up.
I just think that's all fantastic and fabulous, and something that, again, requires no previous experience. You can come in and do this fairly quickly as one of your first ventures into affiliate marketing. It's a great way to get started. And if you've been doing affiliate marketing, it's another stream that you can use, another avenue you can use to create and grow your lists.
Yeah, and this is a great way even if you do MLM or if you're just doing marketing in general, just to grow your email list. There's nothing wrong with that. The money is always in the list. It really, truly is. So you can build. The beautiful thing about Builderall is that you can have unlimited subdomains. You could make thousands of these and just build your list with all, and embrace AI and create all kinds of valuable ebooks, courses, and products. So make sure you go to join.cindybranson.com. If you don't have Builderall, or maybe you used Builderall previously in the past, definitely come in, go to join.cindybranson.com and click on pick your plan. And we give the best prices with the best discounts. Whatever discounts we can give you guys, we have it there. And we like to share that with you. And with all the live training, the one-on-one, we can get you up and running in basically hours. If you got to take the action, no. So take the action and have a great week. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh,
Friday,
Cindy.
Join us Friday. Yeah, I'll plug that. So Friday, we're going to go over 12 different agencies that you can create and as home businesses in Builderall under the single marketing suite of Builderall tools. So join us for that. It's going to be.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's February 16th, 2024, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's correct, Chris. So join us. Until then.
Until then, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Wow, we're off tonight.